March, advocates from across the country fear a smaller federal emergency management agency could make recovery even harder for communities like ours. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, talked to some of the people who took their pleas to Washington. Mark?
Yeah, more than 80 disaster survivors from all over the country gathered on Capitol Hill today. They want lawmakers to hear it directly from the people living through the worst of it. Among them is St. Louis advocate Michael McLemore. His own home took a direct hit. Now he's pressing Congress to rebuild and reform FEMA, not tear it down.
This was the view from Michael McLemore's front doorstep, May 16. 7 months later, he spent the day walking the halls of Congress, carrying those stories from North St. Louis right into lawmakers' offices.
We just left Senator Hawley's office.
He's part of a national coalition of disaster survivors pushing back as a Trump-appointed FEMA Review Council considers the biggest overhaul of the agency in decades. A leaked report obtained by CNN calls for cutting FEMA's workforce in half, shifting more responsibility to states, raising the bar for federal disaster aid, and rebranding the agency as FEMA 2.0. McLemore says the debate in Washington feels far removed from what disaster victims want most.
Speed up the recovery process, get money out to impacted people quicker, and really take the politics out of disaster response.
Because for many families, recovery means surviving cold nights in unfinished homes.
In some cases, it might as well still be May 17th. They need weatherization. They need, utilities. They're in the dark. It's getting cold.
McLemore says the frustration is not with FEMA workers on the ground, but with the limits placed on them.
I was able to meet so many people that wanted to do more, but were handcuffed based on what, the Secretary of DHS said they could not do.
And as he closed out his remarks at today's press conference, McLemore boiled his message down to one line. Disaster, he says, does not discriminate, but disaster recovery does. Their plea to Congress is simple: reform the whole system without shrinking it. That FEMA Review Council expected a vote on their recommendations soon before sending them to the White House.